We'll do it live. Oh shit. Wow. Man, dusty out here. Yo, what's up, y'all? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't bring my stand. I usually have my stand. But yo, man, I'm going live a lot, man. Like, I'm just going hard, you know? I'm just going hard because it's like the title says. I'm going hard. I'm going hard. I'm going hard because everything's about choice. I'm giving y'all some time to get up here. I know a lot of people at work, well, if you have a job, but on the West Coast, where I'm currently at, a lot of people are at work. On the East Coast, people may be getting off of work. This is a few hours ahead. So people may be getting off work on the East Coast. I think in the Midwest, their day is about over. But here in the West Coast, it's midday. Look at this crazy shit. I never look. Like, why is God? Like, here in Southern Cal, you see these Latinos with the umbrella, right? You see these Latinos with the umbrella. With the umbrella. Why do the Latinos got the umbrella? The sun ain't even really out like that. It's kind of like the weekend was like real hot in Southern California, but today's like more gloomy. It's more gloomy. Shout out to everybody tapping in, man. But yeah, as you can see, everything is about choices. And I'm going hard on this YouTube thing like I never went before. You feel me? Hey, what's up? I'm going hard. What's up, y'all? What's up? On this YouTube thing like I've never been before because I made a decision the beginning of this year to take this shit serious. Like, through my whole YouTube journey, I had my highs, then I had my lows, and now I'm at my low because I wasn't consistent. I wasn't consistent. And so when I got the momentum, yes. When I got the, shout out to everybody here, you know, I'm walking, so I'm trying to read while I walk. But when I had the momentum, like when I was getting like my views were like 19,000, 20,000, then I said, damn. Then I just kind of like, I didn't go hard with it when I should have went hard with it at that time because I had the momentum. And so now I lost the momentum. Then I say, you know what? This time around, I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm gonna go hard and see what happens, you know? So y'all getting it? IRL, in real life, that's a new term that they talk about, but everything's about choices, man. So right now, I'm docked at I'm at a loading dock. The truck that I'm driving is going to be loaded, but a lot of the guys that drive these trucks, they just sit in their truck and they mess with their phone, right? Instead of, you know, because in the trucking industry, they say, oh, look at all these fat truck drivers. They so fat. Why are they fat? Look at their lifestyle. Like, it's a choice to be fat. You could have chose to get out your truck like I did and walk. It don't take nothing just to walk. You know what I'm saying? It's good exercise just to walk. You ain't got to do nothing crazy. You ain't got to get out here and run laps and, do burpees. And, you could do that if you choose to. I get my workout in the gym because I drive local. I'm out OTR. When I was OTR, I had to do that. But now I drive local, so I can get out and I can walk around. And I'm gonna use this time to stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a choice. It's all a choice. And these drivers that are sitting in the truck right now, playing with their phone, trying to catch up on rest. Like, okay, maybe the OTR drivers. OTR stands for over the road drivers. So these are the drivers that are driving all across the 48 states, and some go to Canada if you got your passport. But these guys, I can kind of understand. Like, if you had a rest stop, you've been driving all day, you've been doing like 11-hour drive, 10-hour drive, whatever, and you might want to take a quick nap so you can keep going. But for the local drivers, the guys that drive during the day and then go home at night, or drive at night and go home in the morning, like, for you guys to be overweight, it's a choice, because you can do this. You can do what I'm doing. You can get out and just take a walk. Especially if they loading your truck, and you got a few. Let's say you got an hour for them to load you. Get out and take a walk. It's not illegal. It's not against your job. You can do that. You're not leaving the cargo unsecured, because the cargo's being loaded at the shipper, right? Now, once you get it off the shipper, yes, you got to kind of, depending on what you're hauling, you got to be cautious, right? You can't just say, okay, if I'm hauling a bunch of computers or whatever, or some expensive equipment, I can't just get out and walk around. But if I'm being loaded and I'm allowed to, which it shouldn't be a problem, you should take that walk, man, because it's a choice. You want to stay fat or you want to get in shape? Get out, get your fat ass out the truck and walk. This is a choice right here. To sleep. Are they alive? Are they alive, y'all? Is this person alive? I don't know. Let's go see. Is he alive? Should I go tap on him? Should I go tap on him? Let me see, is he breathing? Yeah, he's breathing. Look like he's just having a rest. Okay. In real life, y'all. In real life, that's a choice, to sleep right there and take a nap. It's all a choice. We all got choices, man. So, yeah, man, I'm making a choice to go. I'm gonna let y'all see my day to day. Let y'all see how my day usually goes. You know what I'm saying? From start, probably to the finish. The finish tonight would be me in the gym, working out, hitting the weights, trying to get buff. I don't know if I'm almost there a little bit. Doing my thing, man, staying consistent. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, that's tapping in right now, man. Yeah, we all got choices, man. We all got choices in life. Some choices are easier. Some choices are harder. Some choices, if we had to choose between two options, we may say you may have two choices, right? And let's say two choices, they're both hard choices, right? Let's say you hate your job. You hate your job, but you need your job because you can't go live with your parents. You can't go live with a family member. You can't, you can't depend on a friend. So you need your job, but you hate your job. But the other choice is to quit your job. And let's say you got something you want to focus on, some type of business idea you got, some type of plan you got, or whatever, some type of play you want to move on, but your job is taking most of your time, but you hate your job. Well, that's a hard choice right there, right? But it's still a choice, because if you quit your job, the job that's paying your rent, the job that's paying for your phone bill, the job that's, and you barely, granted you're barely making your rent because the cost of living is high right now. But if you quit your job, you're in a bad situation financially because you're living check to check, but it's going to get worse because now the other option is homelessness. Now, if you have a car, you may say, you know what? I'm going to sleep in my car because I watched the other day, what's my guy name? I watched the Eric Thomas video, and Eric Thomas told me he slept in his car for a year, building his dream. He was eating out of trash cans. And you may say, damn, that's what it's gonna take. I'm gonna have to go homeless, live in my car, and eat out of trash cans like Eric Thomas. But guess what? It might not work. It's a hard choice, you know what I mean? Both of us are hard choices. You stay at a job that's mentally draining you, that's spiritually draining you, that's taking your identity from you, from who you really are, or you go homeless and go focus on what you really want to do, but you know that homelessness is not easy. It's not an easy lifestyle. But see, those are two choices, right? We all got choices, and that is an example of choices that are, both hard choices, because the job you hate, you dread it every morning getting up and going to that shit. You dread the managers, you dread everything about that damn job, but that job is keeping the roof over your head. But it's taking so much of your time, and what happens to people, right, is that when they get stuck at a job, what can happen to people that have like goals and ambitions and dreams and ideas is that they can just get discouraged from doing them. That's the hard part, the difficult part about doing a job, because when you get stuck in that rat race and you got these ideas, you got these dreams, you got these goals that you want to do, but now you like, oh, well, forget about it. I'll never do it. I might as well just get comfortable, working at this job. And I got there, I question even, myself, like, I asked ChatGPT the other day. You guys should use ChatGPT, and it can give you some good information, especially if you're honest with it and you put all your information in there. But I asked ChatGPT the other day, I'm like, ChatGPT, am I just stuck at this job? Am I just stuck here? Like, should I just accept my fate and just become comfortable? And ChatGPT said, because I programmed it, I programmed the ChatGPT that I use to be honest with me. Like I said, hey, whenever I ask it something, I say, hey, give it to me straight, no chasers, no bullshit. Don't try to sugarcoat it. So whenever ChatGPT responds to me, it gives it to me straight, no chaser. And so when I ask that question, it says, well, to be honest with you, with no fluff talk, yes. But that's if you don't make a change. So if you keep what ChatGPT said to me is that if you keep doing the things if you keep doing it the same way that you're doing it, yes, you're gonna stay stuck in that position. But if you don't make a change, if you make a change, you can change your situation by doing these steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Because if you've been using the chat GPT for long enough, it should provide you with the information that is conducive to your situation. So it said you need to do step 1, step 2, step 3. This is your financial situation right now. You need that job. So use your job as a survival, but start to focus whatever time you got, whether it's 30 minutes in the morning or 30 minutes at night. Focus on your goal. Focus on on this. This is what you need to do. And so ChatGPT is honest. It says this is what you need to do. But yes, if you don't change, you're gonna be stuck. What's up? What's up, y'all? Keep it real. I always keep it real, you know? I like to keep it real. Give it to me straight. Give it to me straight, man. Shit. I like people in my comments to give it to me straight. You know, and I don't get offended about it or nothing. Like, hey, I take that shit as constructive feedback. But yeah, man, it's all about choices. All about choices, man. So y'all seeing me, if y'all subscribe to my channel, you know, I'm posting more often than I normally would. I'm doing more IRL content because it just flows. And you know, I got my good walk in, about a mile walk, and I'm heading back to the truck. You know what I'm saying? But this is how you stay in shape, man. This is how you stay in shape. You know. Later on, I'm gonna do my I'm gonna get my strength training in later on. Y'all can see the trucks passing by. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the trucks passing by. So, yeah, man. Dope. It's a lot of dope live streams going on right now, man. I've been following that Diddy situation, man. And I like how Academics is breaking it down. He's breaking down today was the first day of trial, and see the opening statements from the prosecutors and the defense. Interesting, man. It's interesting. It's interesting. This trial is going to be interesting, man. You know, me personally, I think that it's just a money grab, man. I think, like, you know, Diddy's freaky, you know, but hey, if you in whatever you do in your own sexual life, that's your business. Long as you ain't harming nobody else, long as you ain't, you know, all the adults are, it's no children involved. Hey, whatever consenting adults decide to do in their sexual life, that's their business. You know, that's their business. So when I look at this Diddy trial and I'm just looking at the evidence that they're bringing forward, it just seems like it was just a bunch of freaky people. You know, Diddy was freaky. The women that he was dealing with was freaky. You know, they was having all type of freak offs and freak parties, and Diddy was into some real, you know, I don't think I would. I mean, to see your woman, to hire, you know, male, I guess, workers to come, you know, please your woman while you sit there and watch. I don't know if I would do that, but, you know, I could, you know, orgies with women, you know, hey, man, that's most heterosexual males' fantasies. If they tell you it's not, they lying to you. They're lying to you. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is, man, dude, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can read that. I can. What you say right there? Let me see. Hello, yeah. All take advice from some, you know, nigga who is walking in the park at 3 p.m. one day instead of a job. It's just tuned in, right? See, this is well, maybe I'll give it to this idiot. Maybe he or she just tuned in, but If you've been watching since the beginning of the stream, I am at work, idiot. And I'm deciding I made a choice, because that's the title of the video. We all got choices. I made a choice not to just sit in a truck and gain weight, right? That I can get out and I can walk around, take a walk while the truck is being loaded. And by the time I get back to the truck will be loaded, and then I will be able to go on to my next stop. Because it's a choice, right? It's a choice, but I could choose to do like the other guys and just sit in the truck and get overweight and eat a bunch of unhealthy food and but that's not me. So yeah, I guess you just tuned into the stream, but like I said, man, like I said. Oh, I guess I can. You guys, you want to see where I'm at? Y'all, that's where I'm at right now. There you go. To the guy that was watching, why is he not at work? What is he? I'm taking advice from somebody who's not at work. You see how people just get on lives and just talk? Like, I've never done that, bro. Like, I watch other content creator lives, but I may tune in at a time where they said something. I'm like, why the hell did they say that? But instead of just saying, like, commenting, I said, okay, let me take some time to get the full context of what this person is saying. And after getting the full context of what the person is saying, I can agree or disagree. But you got miserable people that get on live, I guess they're miserable in life or whatever, and just start talking without even having a context. I guess I should show this idiot me walking to the truck so the idiot will see that I'm actually at work. But yeah, man, we all got choices. Some choices are easier, some choices are harder. Let me show y'all, right? So y'all can see. These individuals right here are making choices. See, they're choosing to sit in their truck, and I'm not going, I don't want to put them I don't want to put them on there like that, but you got some individuals that are laying down, taking a nap. You got other individuals that are, playing with their phone. You got people that are, just sitting in their truck. Me, I'm going to get out and walk. And now that I'm done with my walk, I got a nice mile in, a nice good mile. Now I go sit down in my truck, or the truck that I'm using, because I don't own the truck, I'm not an owner operator, and do whatever, read a book. I can read. That's another thing. That's another choice for me. I don't like to fiddle with my phone. I like to take the time to improve my knowledge. So when I'm sitting down in the truck, I got a book with me, or I got my laptop, and I'm learning something. I'm studying. I'm reading. Every moment of my day I use to be productive, because I am moving with a sense of urgency. I'm moving with a sense of urgency in my life. I'm not moving with a sense of I got time. None of us really got time, because nobody knows. Tomorrow is not promised to nobody. The next second is not promised to nobody. So whatever time that I can utilize to do something productive, I'm going to do it. Like, you see, my guy right there, he's sitting in the truck, fiddling with his phone. I ain't hating on guy, you know what I'm saying? But I do what I do. I'll read some of these comments before I get out of here. That's why you just ignore. Yeah, ain't gotta prove shit tomorrow. Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. I know. I gotta ignore. I can't let these trolls, these miserable individuals bother me. I gotta just do me, man. You feel me? Gotta just do me. But yeah, man, I hope everybody that watched the stream today have a good one. May you be productive. Be productive today. Work towards your goals. Take one step, whatever goal you want to do, whatever whatever you got in mind, take one step. You know, take in a small step. Take a small step, because steps add up. You dig? All these steps add up. But take a step. You feel me? Yeah. Read some of these comments before I get out. Shit. Hope I got my key. I'm getting back in. Y'all get to see, like, hey, this is who I work for. You dig? I don't hide it. You get it real. You get it live.